Hey troops, and welcome to another LEGO Star Wars 2014 Winter Set review. And today we have General Grievous's wheel bike, set number 75040, ages 7 to 12, comes with 261 pieces and retails for £20 and I assume $20 or $25. So yeah. Well, it's an awesome set. You know, there's no question. I'm actually really excited to open this set, just for so many different reasons. Now, not many people like the particular vehicle as a whole. I know a lot of people think the vehicle looks weird, and I suppose it does look kind of weird. But I actually kind of like the design of the vehicle, just sort of its simplicity and things like that. So yeah, right. So, if this is your first time watching, then basically what I'm going to do, as you know, is still in the box. What I'm going to do, I'm going to build it for you here, very quick build, like 30 seconds long or whatever. And then I will do the review of it, which I can't wait for. This is, you know, this set looks awesome. So yeah, so I suppose we better get started with the build. All right, here we go. Alright, so I hope you liked that quick build of it. If you did, please like this video, obviously, yeah. So yeah, the build, it was alright. It was actually quicker than I thought it would be. Yeah, you know, it had 3 numbered bags, which I thought was quite a lot for a set of this size. But I mean, the first bag was literally just like the wheel, you know, and that took me like a few minutes to build. So I was like, oh, okay then. The wheel, I suppose, for a builder is the most annoying part of it because you have to build 12 of these things, you know, that go around the outside. And you do have to build, like, well, more or less the same leg 4 times, so that's kind of annoying. Not as much to it as such, but, you know, definitely a good set. Here are you get a lot of spare pieces, actually. You know, you get some lightsaber hilts. You get some larger pieces as well. I was a bit worried that I missed out some or something. You know, you get some nice things here. Also, there's the little control panel on there. You can't see it right now, but I'll show you in closer detail. You do get a spare one of those. It's basically his control panel, which he uses to control the thing. You do get a spare one of those, so that's cool. And there you go. So you get lots of spare pieces. Okay, so on to the set. Definitely a well worth set. I recommend getting it, definitely. I know there's some other sets that are really good, but, you know, if you're looking for something fairly cheap, definitely get this. I definitely buy this over the V-Wing and the Jedi Interceptor and things like that. Maybe even over the Battle of Saleucami. Just because this is the best General Grievous I've ever got. I much prefer this wheel bike to the old one, even though I don't actually have the old one. But it looks a lot cooler, and just a lot of reasons. Obi-Wan, not really much I can say about him. Technically he's new, but yeah. But anyway, let's get into it. Right, so the first figure we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. He doesn't actually come with a lightsaber. There are spare lightsaber hilts, but there's not like a blue blade. Right, so he comes with a normal blaster. I mean, this is obviously all related to Episode 3. So if you actually watch the episode, you see him pretty much use a blaster, because he only uses his lightsaber at the very beginning, and then he sort of loses it. So here comes a normal blaster. We'll show you this. I'm going to show you this lightsaber staff in a minute. Alright, so, Obi-Wan. Nothing to say about him. Really? I don't know. I mean, this is the one from, like, the 2012, what was it, Anakin's Jedi Interceptor. Yeah, so they're extremely similar. The faces, exactly the same. Hair molds, hair pieces, they're exactly the same. Oh, this one comes with back head printing. And so does this one. They even come with the same back head printing. So the heads are completely exactly the same. Torsos are a bit different though. That's cool. Turning their hair back around. You know, this one's a bit more detailed. So that's cool. So, you know, better torso. Always nice. No. You can see sort of the belt and pouches and everything. That's like, it's just his Jedi robes, which he went. I wish he came with a hood and like a cloak and everything, because at the very beginning, you know, when he's up above in episode 3, he does come with that, but he sort of throws it off, you know. But I don't know. So there you go, slightly different. All the pouches, all the wrinkles and everything. That's cool. Legs are the same colour. That same colour, except this one has printing on it, the other one doesn't. I think this might be the same printing we got from the ATTE, like that Obi-Wan. Oh no, wait, no, that was the gunship, yeah. It might be, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if it continues to the legs. Yeah. So I suppose it's a bit of printing. Meant to be his robes, his Jedi robes. Yeah, but just basically your average Obi-Wan. Isn't really much to say about him. One thing I would have wanted, and I think a lot of people would like this, from the old wheel bike, they had I've completely forgotten what that creature was called. It was like a massive lizard thing, which Obi-Wan like rode along with. It'd be great to see a redesign of that with all new printing and everything. It'd be awesome to see that. Unfortunately, they didn't. It would have made the price a bit higher, yeah, but, you know, still, nonetheless. But anyway, so, there you go, that's Obi-Wan. Cool, and he's meant to be holding this, well, I'm not sure entirely what it's called, like this staff. It's not really a lightsaber staff, like just a light staff, I suppose. Now, this is basically the same weapon the Magma Guards use, if you've seen Magma Guards, which you might have done. Or they're sometimes known as General Grievous' bodyguards. They have this lightning staff, which is basically, it can, you know, withstand a lightsaber. It's like basically this long staff with like these sort of electric bolts at either end. We got this before in other Magma Guard things. Unfortunately, I don't have one with me. But I do not like this one. I much prefer the old ones. You know, for the reason they were a lot more accurate. Look, you're just getting these little crystal things at the end, which is not true. You know, they're meant to be like at least down to the end of here. So, you know, this whole thing was there. And besides, it's way too long. I much prefer the old ones. I mean, look. Compared to a person, that's ridiculous. It's not meant to be that tall. It's nearly like twice his size. So, you know, it should only be like maybe as tall as him. So that's why I definitely prefer the old ones to the new ones. I've got to say. Nonetheless, it's still cool to get these crystal pieces. So nonetheless, it's still cool to get that. But I definitely have to say I prefer the old staffs more than these ones. I mean, they're cool, yeah, but I have to prefer the old ones. Alright, so on to General Grievous. The best General Grievous we've ever got, in my personal opinion. It's like a combination of the really old one and the one from the Clone Wars. Unfortunately, I didn't get the one from the Clone Wars because I didn't get any Clone Wars sets with him in it. So, but, you know, it doesn't matter anymore because this one is so the best. He's such a good General Grievous. Let's take his lightsabers out. He just comes with 2, you know, blue lightsabers and 2 green lightsabers. You know, you probably know what lightsabers he has. He gets those. The reason he doesn't have red lightsabers like all the other Sith is because, well, technically he's not a Sith. He doesn't have the Force. And also because he takes the lightsabers like as trophies from the Jedi he defeats. So that's why he has all these, you know, blue and green as opposed to red ones. Right, so where to start? Well, Well, the molds are exactly the same as the Clone Wars one. Even though I don't get that one, I know that the molds are exactly the same, except obviously a different colour. He actually came in his own little bag. I've put it on the floor or something now, but it was kind of funny the fact he came in that own little bag just for all the parts in him. I thought that was funny. You know, he's not particularly delicate or anything. Right, so one of the minor things that upsets me about the new one, as opposed to the very old one, is the fact that you have these arms sticking out of his other arms. Yeah, it's cool to have a different angles, but you know, well, it looks weird, to be honest with you. You know, they're not really meant to be at this angle, and it looks strange. Right, so move his head up. Nice torso. Really? Very nice. I suppose there's very little torso printing, but nonetheless, it's cool. You know, very nice legs. He is he's a cyborg. Apparently he used to be a warrior of some random species. I don't know which one. And I don't quite know what happened, but he got damaged or something, and then yeah. So technically he's still an alien inside a robotic suit. Turning around. So this is cool. He's so cool. He's like one of the coolest characters. You know, because he's just so awesome. Yeah. Yeah, he's awesome. You can move his head. Well, that's the furthest back you can move it, so you can make him looking completely up. And that's the furthest forward you can make him look. You can't move his head any more forward or back than that. With his head, this is an awesome printing. Cool. Yeah, he's got like shoulder pads and things. One of the good things about General Grevious is because he can easily repair himself. This is definitely not as tanned as the Clone Wars one. Much more white, much more real. I definitely love this one the best. Comparing it to the really, really, really old one. Yeah, I know this one's got grey arms, but just imagine it all white. Yeah. You can see some astonishing differences. I'm glad that now there are different angles, because obviously before you couldn't have these him holding the lightsabers any different angles because they were sort of attached to the same thing. But now you can. But that doesn't mean you can't move them. It'd be cool if you could like twist his arms. That would be awesome. But yeah, that might be a bit fiddly to put it together or something. I definitely prefer the new one. The new one is so awesome. Yeah. So much more detailed, so much more like General Grievous. And then just comparing his legs to Darth Maul's, they are different, actually. They are different legs, technically. However, the one thing I don't understand, I think it's General Grievous. Is it General Grievous? Yeah, it's probably him. He has actually 6 toes on each foot. You know, like 4 like that, and then 1 coming out each side. So they didn't add that on. So it's strange that they went to the effort to make it different than Darth Maul. However, they didn't make it that different. Like, so I don't quite know why they didn't do that. So yeah, they are different Darth Mauls. Oops, dropped the lightsaber. Oh no. So yeah, they're also thinner. So cool. So there you go then. That is General Grievous, and he can easily pilot his wheel bike thing. Right, so let's get on to the wheel bike. Cool set. I do have to say, it looks sort of so, like, I don't know. Well, it looks so General Grievous like, so sort of mechanical, yet sort of so much like a Predator. You know, so first we'll start with the legs. It comes with 4 legs. This is obviously when it's like standing. So that it, because it doesn't really want to rest on the wheel because it might roll away. So it has these legs to stand on. You can position them anyway, just like if you have Barnacles or Hero Factory. They're the same pieces, so you can have it like that tall, him standing at that tall, or really low down, or whatever you want. One problem is though, I broke it off. That's a problem. But you know, another problem is the fact that They are very flimsy. You know, you could easily just rest on it and it would push it down. You know, these legs do not provide much support. Obviously, they support the weight. However, if you like push it down, it will fall down very easily. So they don't like lock in any way. So yeah, it's a bit of a bummer, but you know, whatever. It has a flick fire missile, like all sets. But hey, at least it has a flick fire missile rather than those new shooter things, because I don't like them really. I like the flick fire missiles more. So anyway, you just very simple mechanism, push this. That was rubbish. But you know, there you go. And you just put that back in. And then you can flick it again. It has these two guns. They're awesome. Yeah. And obviously have this spinning. It's cool. You notice it's connected to the thing. Like there's one long rod going through, which is why it's connected. So, yeah. If you want to, obviously go into rolling mode, which is sort of the purpose of it moving. You obviously have to fold away the legs. What you do is you put these... Oh yeah, by the way, these new pieces... Awesome. Yeah, they're like these, you know, the sharp blade things, and you get... I'm not sure how many you get. You get 2 on each leg, so like 8. So that's awesome. Also can get some new pieces. Oops. I've lost what leg it came from. Oh, here we go. Alright, so, and they simply attach on easily like that. You know, you put them together, put them back, right? And then you simply move this one up until it's in line with this. By the way, these two systems are attached by this long rod. Well, not this long rod, technically. Technically, it's 2 other rods. But yeah, which is very I love the way they did that. So it's attached like these 2 different sides of it. So, you know, they don't just swing about whatever. Alright, so you put the other leg up. And you see you easily just... Yeah. And then you do the same with the other leg. Put it up. Yeah, and then... Put it up so it's all in line. And there you go. Very simple. And there you go. One problem is that obviously it may be hard for stop motion to actually make it try and look like real, because problem is the bottom leg is very close to like the bottom of the wheel, if not like on the same level. So as you see, you know, it does touch the floor there, so it's meant to like raise up like this. It's not difficult for stop motions if you don't want your hand to be in it, obviously. But you know, that's a minor thing, I suppose. By the way, these pieces around the outside of the wheel aren't just connected, like, you know, by compression. It's also these 2 blue things on either side, you know, that connect it to the actual wheel. By the way, I think this might be a new piece, this wheel. Well, actually, well, it's probably not actually. But, you know, in this clear colour, that's pretty awesome. If it's not a new piece, then it's pretty rare. You know, when do we ever see these sort of clear pieces in this sort of thing? Also, another piece that I think has to be new. Please leave in the comments if this isn't new, but I think it is. This piece here, right? See, sort of this grey piece? That must be new. Because I've never seen that before in any set. So, yeah, and you get 2 of them in this set. I forgot what the other one is, but, you know. So that's cool. You get 2 of them. Yeah. And then you can just easily attach the control panel to it. By the way, this is also where General Grievous sits. Obviously, he doesn't really have studs, mainly because General Grievous wouldn't use them. I assume you sort of try to put in his arms. According to the box, he doesn't have 4 arms at this point. Oh no. Oh no. So, yeah, look. His feet attached to those 2 studs, I hope. Yeah. And as I was saying before, this is that panel where, you know, he uses his fingers like doo 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 and all that thing. I don't know what he did, but yeah. So that's cool. According to the box, you know, you got like Obi-Wan hanging along sides and going along with him. So yeah, oops, and he just rolls along like so, you know. So yeah, very cool set. I definitely enjoy the set. I'm glad I got it. You know, this is one of the sets where I would have got it even if I wasn't reviewing it. It's definitely a very cool set. Yeah, it's definitely a very cool set. I very much enjoyed it. There are quite a few reasons why you would get this set. Okay, I think you should get multiple of the set. Obviously, you get one to build it and keep it. And then maybe I think you should buy quite a few to keep them and to sell them, like box and at the day. Because I know the set will go up in price by quite a bit, you know, when it's retired. Not just that though, it's sort of already shown it's going to be rare. Thankfully, I bought this before this happened. However, if you go on the LEGO website now in the UK, it actually says out of stock. You cannot buy this anymore until like January 27th or something. So, yeah, so they're already selling out, and no other sets have sold out yet. All of the others are still there, you know, so clearly this one is a favourite. That's awesome. Anyway, so yeah, it's an awesome set. I highly recommend it. You know, I'll give it a solid 8. Yeah, 8.5, possibly even 9 out of 10. So a very good set. I really do love it. Obi-Wan, well, I wouldn't really improve Obi-Wan. It'd be awesome if he had like that beast he was riding on. And it'd be awesome if he had a lightsaber. And it would be awesome if he had like the cape and everything that he had before, but whatever. You know, minor thing. Okay, so also, this is another idea why I should make a Utapar mock, because I said this when I did the Utapar Troopers Battle Pack review. Everyone's doing Kashyyyk mocks and everything, but I want to see a Utapar mock. You know, you could have this in the background somewhere. You could get a bunch of those battle packs. I mean, it'd be awesome. You could have a few gunships, a few vulture droids going here and there. That'd be awesome. Anyway, on the instructions, as I said, it comes with 3 number bags. In the back we have all the sets. I have all of these, and I'm going to review them all. So yeah. The next set I'm reviewing actually is the droid gunship. Stay tuned for that. These were the figures from this entire wave. Yeah. So that's cool. All of these I'll have at some point. They all seem pretty cool. Yeah. This is Lego.com. Just the usual thing. We have the features. Obviously it goes around, the legs come out, and it has a flick-fire missile. It doesn't have the new blasters. Well, obviously it's not clone set, but yeah. So, there you go. Oops, dropped the box. Right, so, average size box. If you see the box in stores, you want to see what size it is, this is what it is compared to the box. So, oops. So yeah. Also, it's quite sturdy. You know, as you just saw that I dropped it. It's quite sturdy. It's not gonna, nothing's gonna happen to it anytime soon. Alright, so in the corner we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, General Grievous, new figures, very awesome. Yeah, just the box art there, we've got Darth Vader. Have you noticed that, I think we're getting more original sets. Like before, everything's been Clone Wars based, like heavily Clone Wars based. But now, I mean, yeah, obviously it's still mostly Clone Wars based. However, we're getting a few more original sets. I mean, in this winter line, we're meant to be getting the Star Destroyer and AT-AT, and so yeah. And there, box. Yeah, figures. That's him. Legs come out. And he's just running down. I sort of had to wreck the box to open it. I love the screenshot. You know, that's cool. I'm going to zoom in on this. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. That's the box. Right, so that's the set. Thank you for watching this review. If you like this review, please give it a like. You know. Please leave in the comments anything you want. If you've got any questions about anything at all, really, just leave it down there and I will answer it for you. So, yeah. I hope you like this new format and things. The next set I'll be doing, I did say, but I'll just repeat it. Next set I'll be doing will be the droid gunship. Can't wait to do this. This is actually the first set I'll be doing a separate Let's Build of, because as you saw at the beginning of this video, there was a Let's Build of me building the set. But because this one's so big, I will be doing a separate video of that. So, yeah. Can't wait to do that, and I will see you in my next video. So, please rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, troops.